but I was busy. It was Mini Cozy's birthday, so I was away from my computer. I was watching this all from my phone. Like, man, I wish I was a degenerate and I kept all of my net worth on my mobile device.
Oh, we're live. Jim.
Oh, we're live.
Oh, we're live, baby. Yeah.
Oh, we're live. Oh, shit.
Welcome, welcome. It's 11:11. Make a wish in God's time on Friday.
In God's time.
Friday the 13th, God's time. 11.
I like the title.
What's the title?
Pack it up, it's over. Wait, unpack it, we're so back.
Pack it up, it's over. Wait, hold on. We are so back. I mean, dude, if you look, like we didn't even like we didn't even really break out of fucking range. Like, hold on, let me pull this up.
We're in the same fucking range as we've been.
Yeah, like
I have
like,
two lines.
I don't even know why I was
lines.
panicking yet. We like, let me see what this is.
These are my two lines. 2750 and 2400.
Oh, you're looking at me, dude. I'm looking at Boomer Coin. Boomer Coin, we didn't even breach 102 and some change, right?
Dude,
like,
if you're a TA expert, this is a higher low.
Listen, the macro is bullish.
Jamie, pull
Nothing's changed.
I need to know, Denton, is Denton bullish?
The macro is bullish. Nothing has changed since last time. CT is just hyper reactive to any geopolitics. So
I'm really happy. I don't like pay much attention to it anymore. I go there, I post my things, I search for what I need to search. I don't get wrapped up in that noise like at all anymore.
Mm-hmm.
My signal is straight from Telegram.
I have this one. It's called Entropia. 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 It seems to be an aggregator of like DB, all the different ones. That one's pretty fast. And then there's another one called Unfold or Untold. And that one's like 100% accurate, but it's slow, if that makes sense.
If you ever listen to me, Senior Nunes, I trade strictly off aesthetic. Like, I just say, you'll see me, I pull it up and I say, man, that looks like shit. Short it. And you were here.
But sometimes you gotta inverse it, right?
Cozy called, or not last week, fucking Wednesday. Cozy called the Pico Schmiko top. Not for.
And now we're fucking ripping.
Now we're back. I mean, but live on stream, I said, "Look at this shit. That looks like dog shit."
Well, you know, just vols.
The number one rule in life is don't get confused. So why are you going to make up a bunch of weird rules based on math, which we all know doesn't make sense, to to define how you're going to trade, when you can just trade off vibes and aesthetic?
So yesterday, the nuke came. The Israel nuke. The Israel.
What
Iran
happened yesterday?
I don't know. These fucks. Fucking yeah, like Jesus Christ, guys. Like,
it's like we almost entered World War III for like a split second. It was like we blinked into an alternate reality where World War III was happening, and then I woke up and nothing happened. Like
Bitcoin's about to be green on the day.
If you shorted the second Gainsey tweeted those missile alerts they got on the phone in Israel, then you would have made good money. And
okay, give me the fucking Telegram stream. I'm building a bot around the daily missile strike alerts.
It was kind of a unique situation because they got the alerts even though they weren't. Like, they got the alerts when they sent it out, just in case Iran retaliates.
Trump is the best for that. Trump always tells us when to sell or when to buy. Quite literally.
He was 2 days early, dude.
He quite literally will tell you, like, look, you need to buy. You should buy.
Well, 2 days ago, he said everybody in Bahrain or Kuwait could leave if they wanted to, and everybody in the greater Tel Aviv area, like, don't fucking leave. Like, stay there. So that was like
look at what he posted now.
The
Look at
greatest
this.
country. Let's see.
Is it on Truth Social or Twitter? Hold up.
Oh, so
I
good.
think it's
They're all dead.
Retruth. So it's Truth Social.
So
Retruth.
good.
Sorry, boys, I'm not on.
Certain
you.
Iranian hardliners spoke bravely, but they didn't know what was about to happen. They're all dead now. It will only get worse.
All capital. They're all dead. So good.
It's so ridiculous.
But this time, well, because they've been going back and forth. I don't know. October will be 1 year, so 8 months or something like that, 8 9 months,
Mm-hmm.
and they've never been more clear. Like Trump, like, oh, you guys can leave the greater area. Like it seems like it's only going to escalate. Iran's going to fucking fire back, then Israel's going to be like, oh, well, you hit us, so we're going to hit you. It's the same fucking shit. Like nothing new. War's bullish. Hope you bought the dip.
Yeah, we're like this doesn't change anything about like the macro environment. So
I mean, Bitcoin literally is about to be green on the day. It's a few $100s away from being green. It's up on the month still.
mm-hmm.
Should have been here. 3K by end of day. Say it with me because it rhymes. That was obviously the top.
It was. What's the peak on top?
The best was I got that last year from the Bitwise guy. He was on like CNBC or something. He's like 80K in May. Say it with me because it rhymes. And we fucking nuked so hard last year.
Oh,
And then
dude, I remember
we
before we were 80K. Good times.
The good times. Back when the Freedom Coin was sub 80.
You know what this looks like to me right here?
Accumulation.
Looks like the land of opportunity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, HYPE is fucking green. Gold is green. VIX is up. F.
Shit, you reminded me. I was gonna buy it like 2,500.
Well, it's right around 25.
Maybe it's not too late. All right. I'll slurp a little bit of Vitalik vitamins.
He's gonna top the books with this 9-fig portfolio.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Start selling
$258 into Ethereum.
Buying 0.078 ETH.
Get in while you still can.
Oh.
Well, I bought September, December call spreads and different various option plays yesterday at 104. So we're fucking up.
Dude,
we're so up.
I saw yesterday some short seller, some ETH shorter, dirty bear was looking to lose like over 100 mil. I gotta find this. Where's he fucking shorting it?
There was some Binance long, 200 million long liquidated.
All right, so you know what? This guy gets licked at 28.80. Say it with me, 3K by end of day.
Say it with me.
I feel like it's lagging right now, which is a good sign, actually. You know, when I told you that was actually the tell. Like ETH was pumping hard. And
The
that's how you
bombing
know.
was in the books, in the ETH books.
Dude, this is so weird. Let me make sure that this is accurate. So ETH at the money today, 70, or tomorrow, sorry. Then 65, and then, okay, 67. Weird. So it's up, at the money's up today, down tomorrow, back up on the 16th, and 16th is when they're supposed to have these talks. So we'll see if they're still hosting.
If there's still anybody left to talk.
Yeah. And then the 20th is up from here. Interesting. Down, then up. Yeah, so sorry. June 14th tomorrow is high. The weekend is low. The 16th is low, and then back up to the 20th is high, and then yeah. So they're expecting the talks to be smooth this weekend. We'll see.
Yeah,
That's what they say.
1.2 bill got liquidated yesterday.
Jesus Christ.
You break a guy's legs and then expect the talks to be smooth.
Bro, what do you think about Hyperliquid reaching $1 billion in buybacks?
I mean, look at the fucking. It's a
bouncing really
Hyperliquid
hard too.
reactor, dude. Look at the fucking ticker. It's up. It's up 1.5%.
I'm honestly surprised that the buybacking is
Working.
working as well as it does. Usually, it's like quite possibly the first to not just to do the buybacks and just be acquiring their own token and that not do the opposite for them.
Yeah, it's like they acquired the, like critical mass where they're like so popular and used. Like I remember when the Omforks, you remember that? Like they would like buy their own tokens, but it would get like dumped on by like people every 8 hours, like every refraction or whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah. Yep.
Like people would trade that, like they would just dump onto the treasury buybacks.
I was quite weary of this model not being tweaked initially, but it seems to be going well. Dude, I don't know if you saw, but yesterday Plasma raised their caps to $1 billion. Did you get in?
Yeah, I wanted to get in, and it happened at like 4 a.m. my time or something.
Bitcoin's green on the day. We're fucking back. Send it all back.
Did you get in?
Yeah.
No.
Yes,
Sell me
sir.
some allocations. Sell me some. Sell me a little bit. Little sliver.
I didn't get in.
Dude, I'm just now reading that post, that True Social post.
So good.
It's like, what the hell?
So fucking good. Oh, and what's up with this Starlink Gaming? Not Starlink. What's this fucking company called?
Tell me about
Sharplink. Sharplink Gaming purchased 167,000 ETH at 26.26.
Isn't that just a fucking ETH like strategy?
Pull up the chart. SBET.
People were saying that some like entities were selling, but then they corrected them and said they didn't actually sell. They just like.
Dude, it's down 65% today, dude. It's down 65%. It went from fucking $2 to fucking $150 or some shit, and now it's back at $10.
I always forget which one the traditional market's from. Maybe it's just chart.
SBET.
Yeah, it is here.
SBET. Oh, it's not a crypto. It's a fucking real stock. Yeah, fucking Velo fuckers.
Let's go to TradingView.
Motherfucking SBET. So it's the ETH co-founder. It's his gaming company is raised a bunch of money for a. Yeah. Get fucked. Okay, get fucked. Jesus Christ, dude. 124, 128, something like that, to fucking $10 in 2 weeks. Literally insane.
Dude,
What the
this
fuck?
gap, I didn't realize that this is where it was at. I thought that my crosshair was just fucking.
No, the volume hit the price, dude. The volume hit the price.
That's crazy.
Look at that gap.
It gapped up and then it gapped right back down.
Bro.
Oh, here we go. U.S. State Department, U.S. citizens should not travel to Iran for any reason and should depart Iran immediately. Yeah, you think? You think so? Yeah, so
right now. Are you holding any spot ETH?
Who?
No.
Any of you? Anyone?
No, we like to make money, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Sorry, dude.
I'm all in on garbage right now. Got no allocation for ETH.
I picked up some call spreads into September, December. That's it. I picked up some call spreads into September, December. I picked up some butterflies. I picked up some call spreads, and I picked up some outright July calls on Bitcoin on the corn, which are up a lot today.
I'm surprised. I thought you were closet GCR.
No, there's a company called 2Prime. I think I brought it up on the show before. 2Prime is a fucking SEC registered financial advisor. They do a bunch of SMA stuff. They do a bunch of treasury management stuff, and they just gave up on ETH. Like you have to think.
I read the headline on the show.
Yeah. I mean, you have to think like you're holding a 70 vol asset.
Dude, I think they just lost a bunch of fucking money. Like, imagine if they would have entered at the fucking bottom, they wouldn't be putting out the same press release. Those motherfuckers bought at who knows 2000 something.
Well, they did it at the fucking bottom. They announced this shift at the bottom.
Yeah, I saw.
Like,
it was hilarious.
Like 1500 or something. Like, literally at the fucking bottom. But you have to think, you're holding a 70 vol asset. You're down 24% year to date. Like you have to think that these guys run quarter by quarter. They can't be like, oh, it was up, in 5 years it's going to be up. Like that's not how institutional investors fucking play. It's we made this much money. Somebody's wheel is fucking clacking like a fucking duck.
That's dented for sure.
Jesus Christ. No, you have to think. It's quarter by quarter. You have to make money every fucking quarter. People go elsewhere. You have a couple bad quarters and people are going to pull all their money. So when you're holding a 70 vol asset and the thing's down 25% of fucking this year to date, it's not helpful at all. Like, sure, if you bought 1,500 and you fucking doubled up, but that's not the case. It opened at 3,300 on the year. It's still down 24%, with a long way to go. Even with that big pump, we were still at 14-15% down on the year. Like, that's not a great place to put money. Sure, in 10 years, if it's 10K, you look back, you're a fucking genius. But when these people have, quotas to hit and quarterly reports to make, they can't do it. And you also look at derivatives volume for Bitcoin versus ETH. If a lot of their stuff is treasury management stuff, like Bitcoin is where all the volume is. And that was nasty, dude. 1,500. We went from 4,100 to 1,500 in what?
Yeah, it's really nasty what this asset can do.
4 months. You went down 60-something% in 4 months, and you're still the same price as 2021. Can't help you. Never hit a new all-time high again. Don't know how to help you.
You shut your goddamn mouth.
No, I mean, if it goes to 4,800 again, oh fuck yeah, like we're so fucking back. But for these guys, it makes sense. They have to. They can't play the long game. They have to play the quarter game, and the quarterly game is fucking make money. And when the shit does minus 60-something% in a quarter, it's like, Jesus Christ, you just sell it. You're better off in fucking treasuries. Imagine being an investor like in a fund like that, right? or in a strategy like that, and you're like, if you're based in dollars, if you're based in ETH, it's a totally different game. But if you're like,
it
I
wouldn't make any sense for that, but
no, for crypto growing coin strategies, in yield makes sense. But like, I have $100,000 and I want to make more dollars. It was down 67. Like, you're not making any fucking money unless you shorted, which a lot of these strategies are not short strategies, if that makes sense. Maybe it's a call overriding program.
They don't have a sell button.
Yeah, a lot of them are upside plays.
Yeah, you said it better than you said it quicker than I was going to. I was trying to think. My main point was like, sure, as an investment strategy, if they bought in anticipation of inflows from ETF, and they had a narrative that staking will come next, and
I think everybody was there, right? Like, Bitwise is like, they bought a staking company. The ETFs are all trying to push for staking, and it's like, dude, we're in fucking June. It's been over a year.
Oh, you know me. I am the believer. I still think that it happens. I think the sentiment shift has already occurred, right? Like, people don't hate ETH anymore the way they did 6 months ago.
At the bottom too.
It's now actually quite the opposite, where there is some disdain towards everyone's favorite shitcoin chain.
I don't see anybody talking about buying it.
Talking about what?
About buying Sol. Or
no, it's been a while.
Nobody's bragging anymore. Nobody's bragging anymore.
Yeah. Where's the fucking LA vape cabal?
So I think that has like the conditions, right? Like, have a lot to do with price performance and sentiment with something that is as illiquid as ETH. Like, people can argue that it's a liquid asset, but it's not. Like,
I do have some good news. You want to hear some good news?
TLDR, like, sentiment matters. And when sentiment was in the gutter and everyone, even like on the ETH side, hated ETH, you can't expect price to go up. But now that you've seen this sentiment shift along kind of the whole spectrum of retail users, retail traders, developers, VC, like, everyone has kind of had this shift. Even VCs that were primarily focused on investing in research of and with projects on Solana are now and have pivoted back to doing things with Ethereum. So yeah, I mean, I just think conditionally we're in a different place to where that could happen versus before, where it was like, you were huffing like really strong hopium. You weren't reading the room and seeing that.
Yeah.
Like, the
that
conditions
memes weren't gonna fucking make it
for anything like that to happen.
All right, some good news. Let's see what we got. ETH inflows. Okay. Well, let's just go Bitcoin and ETH into the ETFs in the last 30 days.
Yes, flow into me. Yes.
3.92 billion inflows into the corn. ETH, 1.33 billion in the last month. In the last 3 months was 1.34. In the last 6 months was 1.61. And in the last year was just under 4 billion. So in the last fucking month, they've been piling into the ETF with the most open interest on June 11th. It ticked down the last couple days. And yeah, June 11th was the fucking peak. But, we really picked up some fucking steam into the ETF in the past couple weeks, specifically the ETH ETF, and it's just basically one James Wynn position. It's like $1 billion, but in TradFi, it's a lot of fucking money. Now all eyes on ETH. When total inflows total for ETH is 3.89 billion total from the beginning, which was March last year, 3.89 total, and in the last month alone is 1.33. A third is in the last month. It's insane. So either something's coming that we don't know, or they're prepping for something. But I think Eric Trump is going to do his "I told you so" moment after going down.
I told you guys about it like a few months ago that there was like, this kind of meeting that seemed to be taking place, right? And it reminded me of like the New York or like Hong Kong, agreements that happened for Bitcoin, where they had these meetings amongst like the different development groups and like key opinion leaders, quote unquote, at that time, where they weren't like the same kind of shills that we have now, where when you think of key opinion leader, people like Roger Ver, who were just like preachers of the good word of Bitcoin. But there was something that happened like that, where there were some of the research groups and development groups and like larger VCs that all seemed to be in New York at the same time, like this year. And then right around that time, you started seeing them posting a lot of things about Ethereum. And some of them had been posting a lot of things about research they were doing on Solana or like in other kind of spaces, like not necessarily, chain agnostic, but and crypto adjacent, but not necessarily like a crypto project with a coin or a token. And you saw them all kind of, not mimicking the same thing, but all kind of shifting their language and their focuses around the same time. And although it was never, stated that like they all met, it very much seemed that by the pictures that they were sharing, that was what was happening, that they were like, it was like social signaling that like, hey, I'm here with these people. Hey, I'm here with these people.
They're voting with their dollars.
It was like showing alignment, like without saying anything. Like it was like, this guy from this VC or this research spot with, Vitalik, or with this guy from Paradigm, or, like with someone from Consensus, there were all these things that were like, there was no reason for them to just be sharing these and like for them to all be in that place at the same time or in that city at the same time, but they all were. So it was just like, if you were someone who was paying attention, it seemed like, like you were saying, like something's going on behind the scenes. Like there's like a big push for something with ETH, or they're trying to get, some cohesiveness amongst those who have, power and pull,
Yeah, I mean, they literally had the SEC, the SEC tweeted about DeFi.
Yeah, they had a roundtable around DeFi on Monday. Right?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, they're starting. I think Coinbase just launched their credit card. Coinbase is doing there was a Coinbase conference the last couple of days or yesterday that I was watching. They launched their credit card with Amex. That's like a huge partner. This isn't a fucking BlockFi credit card. This is Coinbase, a US registered company, partnering with Amex. They have Morpho with Bitcoin loans with, I don't know, like 60 or 70% TVL, Jesus Christ, LTV, loan to value. Right there in the app, instant approval up to $1 million. They're probably going to be like your gatekeeper to DeFi. And I think we had Crypto ISO on the show a couple months ago, and I think it was that next day they announced that Morpho deal. So it's going to be interesting to see how Coinbase maybe is the pusher that actually keeps DeFi alive, especially in the US, because I don't even think you can access it without a VPN, right? Like, we live in a free country over here, so we can actually just go online and access stuff. But I don't think you can go to a lot of DeFi sites on the front end and interact with a US IP.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see which other partners that they decide to go with. Like, it seems that they're doing a lot of their own stuff on the base chain. So see where that leads. Coinbase's retails access to DeFi.
Who is doing a lot of stuff on base? Are you saying that
Coinbase is, yeah, like they partner with Morpho.
They are, but
doing
they
Aerozone.
like to keep they like to distance themselves a bit. Like there are things that they do with base, but I also feel like they that they try to keep the company and the protocol very much like not connected. You know, that there's a lot of things that happen on the base side where they're like, yeah,
Base is for everyone, bro.
Oh yeah.
Basis for squirting.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Basis for pimping, basis for squirting.
that was great. And we're not just making that up, fellas. That was a live tweet from base, or a live thing that happened on base. Basis for pimping.
It's so funny because it's just like I know what he was trying to get across, but it was just like so poorly implemented that like you just
Executed poorly. Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. It's so funny though.
Jesus
Did
Christ! So
anyone like it?
Basis for pooping.
Hype is at 680 million on their buyback.
You what?
Damn.
Hype is up 680 million on their buyback program.
Yeah, bro.
Value 1 billion. 24 million Hype tokens. Price $42. Well, no, a little less. Kobe came out and tweeted he thinks 100 to 200 a token. So they will be up 100 to 200 a token. So they will be up billions and billions and billions.
Billions.
Billions and billions and billions. All right, so Bitcoin's green, Hype is fucking green, ES and NQ futures are a little bit off, but fucking basically retrace that whole fucking pump. Yeah, I've noticed at the late night when the U.S. market's not open and something happens, crypto has already moved. So crypto's the last free market. We're usually the first mover either direction. And then there's a huge lag, like minutes of lag in US futures. So last night, I don't know, I got to line them up over, but like we had already moved like 2-3% in Bitcoin. And then ES was like flat. You could have fucking shorted and made 100 points or a little bit over 100 points. And then now it's wicked back up. So there still is opportunity here, folks. Yeah, fucking VIX is nuking, and everything's gonna end up green on the fucking day. And thanks for playing. War is bullish. Google's fucking absolutely ripping, dude. Jesus Christ.
I didn't realize how crazy the Bitcoin dominance chart looks.
What is it? 70 now?
It's not looking good.
It's back to like 2020 levels.
The Bitcoin what charts?
Dominance.
The dominance. Yeah.
DDOM. What
It's
is
like
the DDOM?
back
70?
to like 2020 levels. It's not even 2021.
Jesus.
Yeah, pulling out the others dominant gives me the.
Let's see.
So SBET is down 66%. If anybody wanted
The chart
to buy,
is called
it was-
dominance, but they're not dominating.
Yeah. I thought it was fucking Saturday, dude. Jesus Christ.
Dude, so did I, but that's only because obviously there's so much going on yesterday.
I was up till like 3 in the morning. Maybe that's why. I'm like, oh, the day's over.
Bro, yeah, Mrs. Cozy literally he fucking called me at like 3:50 and she was like, Are you just gonna not sleep?
You're like, babe, do you know what this is? It's called a general wealth distribution event. Okay? This is where we bid. This is where fucking champions are made, babe. All right? Dude, so funny because my wife just sleeps through this shit, and then she's like, "Where the fuck?" Like in the morning, I was like, "Oh, like I don't know how you slept through that." And then she's like, "Where were you?" I was like, "In my office till fucking 3 in the morning." Like, doesn't even fucking know. If somebody robbed the fucking house, she wouldn't even know, dude. She wouldn't even fucking notice.
Mine wakes up very easily. I'm the one who sleeps like a fucking rock.
I think
Dude,
maybe
what
it's
is
different
up
if you have
here?
kids. You know, you got dogs. If the dog's barking, I'm fucking up. You know, but like, oh, if I hear the fucking somebody on the street like fucking playing their radio or something, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I fucking hear it. Wake
My
up.
dog has a bed in my room and one downstairs, and she usually sleeps on the one in my room. And if that
Yeah.
happens, then she won't bark at anything. Like she
Mm.
won't. If she's downstairs for sure, she'll wake us up fucking as soon as she sees someone walking.
What was it?
the
A
house.
fucking squirrel.
It'll be
Shit.
just like a neighbor, walking up the sidewalk, and they'll like stop in front of the house to like, I don't know, pick up a rock to throw back in the rock bed, and them stopping to like pick something up in the yard. She's like, "Are they coming to the house?" Fuck.
Yeah. Squirrel. What else we got, fellas? Anything good on the weekend? We're gonna rip into the weekend or what?
This puts us in a strange situation because they usually like to dump it into the weekend and then run it up end of Saturday, our Saturday, into Sunday. but I feel like we're just gonna rip through the weekend.
Imagine.
Reverse.
God bless.
freakout.
What are you thinking?
Probably end the day fucking green. Keep ripping. Come back next
3K
week.
end of day.
3K end of week. Say it with me because it rhymes.
Missiles on Sunday, dump a little bit, then pump on Monday.
I like it.
All-time highs on Wednesday.
3K on Wednesday. Say it with me because it rhymes.
They
Yep.
have 2 days to bomb back without it affecting stocks.
Dude,
at
look
all.
at Google, dude. Google just fucking nuked, opened, fucking 3 straight candles up green. Just there is no dip. I love you.
Nice. Yeah.
The fucking Dominator. What's the Google's all-time high? 209. But that they did a stock split, I remember, in what, 2022 or something? 2021, 2022. Dude, that was nasty work, dude. April dip. I'm just looking at SPY. April dip on SPY, and we're like a few percent off all-time high.
Oh, dude, yeah, that is
like
dirty
2%.
work.
Like 2%.
Yeah, that's a crazy dip for the SPX.
If you bought the dip, you're up 25%.
Yeah, on the biggest index fund ever.
Yeah, in the fucking world. Yeah, but if you go like weekly or 3-day and you zoom out, like, okay, there's COVID, there's like we had some fucking inflation scare in 2022, there's the crash. Dude, the fucking financial crash looks like it just set up the base. It doesn't even look like that bad, dude. And people's lives were so fucking over.
Yeah.
Even if you bought the Pico top of 2007, you're up 275%.
Why can't I go back that far? Let's see, all time maybe. There we go. No. Got to upgrade my trading view sub, I guess, to get past 2015.
Honestly, if I was around in 2008, I would have bought that dip so fucking hard.
Yeah.
Deploying $259.
I would have been buying based
into
off the
Google
vibes,
stock.
and I would have fucking made it.
Hello, yes, I would like to deposit and allocate $259 to the Alphabet.
Euros.
And if you bought the
259
eco bottom of
the
SPY,
company stock, please.
you're up 760%. You got the Pico fucking top.
Damn.
And people like want to go back and fucking try to pick individual stocks. It's really fucking hard. Unless you're picking like, I don't fucking know. Google, even Meta had that scare when they went full retard and full metaverse. Like,
Yeah, dude.
that was scary. That was real scary.
Imagine if we
once
had
he his
millions.
sister doing marketing stunts for them, bro. I mean,
Imagine if we had millions in 2010. Imagine how fucking easy.
Well, it's a little, it's a little different. Like you hear all these people, they're like, "Oh, I started a fund in 1980 with $5 million." You're like, "What?" Like $5 million in the 80s was so much more money now, and now we're like, "Oh, you don't have billions of fucking dollars, like you're fucking poor." But like,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
the 80s and 90s,
It's just like imbalanced. It's
Yeah.
like in an MMORPG, if somebody starts at like level 90 with fucking armor, you can't even access.
Yeah,
In your level 1.
yeah, insane. So there's also that playbook, right? Like, oh, I started a fund with $5 million right out of college with in the 90s, and you're like, what? What's the Ken Griffin? The
I read
Citadel
some
guy?
crazy stat, Marty, about real estate in the U.S. The average age of the home buyer right now is like, people who are a little bit older than probably like a decade, 2 decades older than us, right? And they were the same people that were buying the houses, back when they were they're like our parents' age.
Yeah,
And the
$50,000, $30,000 houses.
And the generation just under our parents.
They do be buying
like,
houses.
when you look at who's buying the most houses now, it's the same fucking people.
Oh yeah.
So it's funny because
Kids can't afford to buy houses. Dude.
It goes right to what Denton was saying. Like, anyone that was able to acquire wealth early on before like really like hyperinflation started, or maybe like the masses really being distracted from the concept of inflation. Like those people have so much more, not even just money, so much more wealth.
It's like 10 years of a tech bubble.
Well, what are rates, dude? Rates are almost what, 8? I don't know. Almost, let's just call it 10%, like 7, 8%. Like you buy $1 million house, it's fucking $10,000 a month. Like, doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And then you have insurance and fucking bills and all, and you're at $15,000, $20,000 a month for $1 million house. Like nobody can fucking afford that. Like kids.
Well, I mean, if you own a, protocol that has a token, if you own a very paradigm shifting type of AMM, and you're able to get other protocols to support your token for your protocol,
Okay.
and then you use those markets to lend your token, take out loans in cash,
All
and
right.
then buy real estate coast side in Australia.
Okay.
Then
for
you
50
don't have
million.
no problems.
For 50 million. So what's fucked up is he has like 2 mega mansions. We're talking about the Curve founder, right? It's Curve, right? He has 2 mega mansions like that share a backyard basically. Like they're in the same hood. And one of them is literally like $50 million. Like, and it's not taxable because it's a fucking loan. It's insane.
Yeah. What's insane is how many times he's almost been liquidated and like people come to help him out.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, Curve got back to its magic number. It's like 80 something cents, and same with fucking synthetics. Everyone was that meme I was talking about that could apply to like him too. He's got I'm pretty sure some Australian seaside property. It seems to be where people go when they've made a lot of money and are able to leverage it through untaxable loans. But like even them, they've gotten their stable coin back up to its like magic number, I guess.
It's called Avon Court. That's the name of his house. Avon Court.
The house has its own name.
Yeah. It was built in 1870s. Avon Court.
I'm gonna look into that. How do I register a name for my house?
It has the grounds, just the grounds are 46,000 square feet, not the house. I think it's the grounds.
Wow.
Yeah, it sits on. So the grounds. It has 9 bedrooms, 2 pools, manicured gardens, gym, sauna, maid's quarters, $4,000 bottle wine cellar, 10-car garage, 2 rooftop terraces, 7 kitchens, and an 18-seat teppanyaki kitchen. I'm so poor, I don't even know what that is.
I
It's
would
just a
honestly.
hibachi grill. It's a hibachi grill.
So he has
Yeah,
fucking Benny
I would
Hanna's
flip
in his
shit
fucking
coins on the
house.
couch.
Yeah.
That sounds nice.
He has
He
a
has
hibachi
Benny
grill
Hanna's.
in his kitchen, yeah.
Well, why didn't you just say that? He has a Benny Hanna's.
I would say because it's not extremely uncommon for people to have those types of like grill stovetops in their house. Like I know,
Yeah, it's a fucking Blackstone.
yeah, I know
Idiot.
normal like I wouldn't even call them rich, just like they have money. And in their houses they have not ones that you can sit at. They don't have, like their own
Yeah, they have a
teppanyaki grill
fucking
table, but they have their they have a flat top grill with the ventilation set up, and the grill is set up to be exactly like the teppanyaki grills at a hibachi restaurant.
and of course all the stuff is in his wife's name, of course.
But the way they worded it was like he has the table, and I wouldn't doubt that he just has the table set up, because some of the newer ones are pretty cool, and they're not even like new, like ones that have been built over the last, like, I don't know, fucking 15 years. They have like in-ground ventilation and like gas systems, so you don't need like a hood above your above the table. They like suck all the smoke and all the scent into the table, and then they push it out. So I wouldn't doubt that he just has, like one of those tables that you can just fucking cook right on. It sucks all the smoke into the table and just fucking push it out.
Oh yeah.
Why do I know this? There was a place that used to be by my house that had tables like this, and they were so fucking cool. So that was like their selling point. They had like these state-of-the-art tables.
Dude, this house is so fucking big. Like you couldn't even. It doesn't even look like you could live in it. Honestly, I've been in a few houses like this, and it's like empty. It's like there's more people
like, dude,
working there.
If you're not moving your whole family in, like your brothers and their families, sisters and their families,
You and your wife.
What are you gonna do with that much space? I've never understood that. I've like gone and walked around some like really big houses that have gone up for sale just to like check them out, and it's like, what do you do in all that space? Like, I just don't get it. Like, I wouldn't want to have that much room. I wouldn't even travel to like 4/5 of the house most of the time.
Yeah, you need walkie-talkies to fucking find your kids. Stupid.
Dude, there's this house
kids love walkie-talkies.
being built around the corner for me that the guy bought 2 lots, so he's got like 6 point something acres that he's building on, and someone like in the neighborhood knows him and was telling me that they are doing this because they're moving in like their family. It's going to be like their compound pretty much. Like the parents already live with them, so their parents are moving in with them. They have kids, but then he's like the brother and his family are moving in there. I'm like, damn, dude, I would hate to live in that cul-de-sac knowing that, like the drama that's going to go on there.
Yeah.
Like,
did you see this? They're like, shut the fuck up, okay?
Like, get the fuck out of my backyard. Be like, that's my backyard. Like, no, you don't pass the east awning.
You stay in the fucking pool house, okay? All right, I just looked. Ken Griffin, Citadel. He was trading in his fucking Harvard dorm room. They let him put a satellite up on the fucking roof, of course. Why wouldn't they? He started his fund a few days after his 19th birthday in 1987, with 265 G's. So that's a lot of fucking money for 87.
Imagine.
Yeah, what is it now? Like 200,000? I don't know. I'm doing this equivalent. What is the equivalent of? It's not that much. It's five. They're calling it 500K today. Not as insane as I thought. But so he started Citadel with 200K in 87. That could have bought half of fucking Rio de Janeiro in 1987. Dude, I went to Petropolis this weekend, or 2 weekends ago, which is where the Portuguese royal family hid out in the mountains in exile. Dude, they were definitely not living in no fucking exile. They had golden baby cradles. The fucking house looks like the Curve founder's house. It's a fucking palace. They imported fucking all of this shit up into the mountains. Like straight royalty, dude. And now it's just a fucking tourist attraction. Let me pull up a fucking picture of this mansion. I didn't know that the Portuguese. I knew that they were in Rio, but I didn't know that they went up into the mountains like that.
Dude, what is even this shit? What are you doing here, buddy?
No, check the Eden chat. This is their fucking house. It's loading. This is their fucking house in the fucking mountains. Like, I don't know why it's not loaded. There we go. Dude, in the 1800s, living like that in fucking Brazil, you were chilling.
Bro.
Damn.
Plantation.
Yeah, straight fucking. They were chilling, dude. I don't know what they were doing.
I like
looks
when
like
they-
a mansion for like a drug lord.
When they
Yeah,
have
It's like
those,
fucking Pablo Escobar lived
That
there.
only cost
Dude,
them
look
like
at that thing, dude.
$2,500 back then.
I like
Dude,
when
they
they have the
fucking-
gardens with like the maze bushes, like trimmed bushes that are like a maze.
Labyrinths. They had labyrinths.
Yeah.
All right, that's
Dude,
the
like
one.
these guys. Yeah. This was like the
Hi-fi.
palace. These were like the palace. The first one is the palace that they lived in.
The second one's crazy.
Yeah, the second one's insane. And it's like
because you don't realize how big it is until you start like focusing on how small the people are.
oh, it's gigantic. It's fucking gigantic.
And then
I
you're
don't
like,
know,
"Whoa, holy
like,
shit."
and it's like hard to get there, dude. Like, it's 2 hours by car. So imagine like they had all the horse carriages and shit, and they showed all that, right? But
I
it
wish I could pull
was.
these up. What's the one called? So I can pull this up.
Just look up Petropolis. Just Google Petropolis. I'll put it in the chat. Petropolis. So I knew that the Portuguese royalty were in Rio in the center, and I knew that they built a bunch of shit in Botafogo and by the beach and all the shit, but I didn't know that they went up into the fucking sticks and built shit like this. Like mega palaces. And of course they were fucking white, and all of the fucking native people, they killed all the fucking native people, and not great. And you know how in the States, yeah, dude, look at this shit. You know in the States that they have yeah, there's that house, the pink one, and the pink one is the palace, yeah, that they actually like lived in. Yeah, dude.
That's
In the
Marty was showing
1800s.
me.
In
That
the
was the first
1800s.
one. And then this is when I was talking about how big it actually was. It was this one.
Gigantic. No, you know
Like,
how in
it
the
doesn't
States,
look like anything that. I mean, it looks big, but like you're like, oh, it looks like a
It's
country
fucking
club,
gigantic.
kind of thing. But
in the
picture that
1800s.
Marty was showing me had a lot of people that were like at the base of it, so you could really tell how like tall this structure is because it doesn't seem like that tall, right here. It's like, oh, okay, it's like 6 stories or something, but like,
No, it's gigantic.
but yeah,
No,
this is not like a 10-foot ceiling. This is actually like fucking
Fucking palace.
people.
No, in the in the States how they talk about like all the slavery and all the bad shit. Brazil had more fucking slaves than America, and we were the last country to abolish slavery. We had more slaves than fucking America, like by a lot.
And
Not even a
know
little.
why Marty moved to Brazil. He's racist.
Dude. No, by a lot. Like not even a little bit. Like I think it's like more than half of the slaves were from Africa came to Brazil. Like it's way more than were in the States. And we were the last country to abolish slavery in 1880s. I think.
What
so.
What made them do it?
1888. What made them do it? I don't know, dude. You're the last country in the fucking world to abolish slavery. 1888 was the last Western country to abolish slavery. 1888. And then, of course, they did the same shit, like as they did in America. Like, oh, to vote, you need a literacy test, but they don't know how to read. Like they kept it going for a fucking long time. They kept it, even though they abolished slavery, they kept oppressing people. But that's a fun fact for you. Brazil was the fucking biggest slave trade by far compared to America. By far. So, fun fact of the day: send the crypto coins back up. Hype Ussy is fucking controlling the fucking market. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, bro.
War is bullish. Tech is good.
So back.
Are we gonna stay? What are they calling it? Joyful June? Are we gonna keep Joyful June going, or are we gonna have Doomsday June?
Nah, it's Joyful June.
Joyful June. Love it.
I feel joyful.
What? What did you say?
I feel very joyful for June.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I expected more from the coins.
Yeah.
You have
Boring.
time.
More down or more up?
More up.
More up.
It's okay.
This isn't
If you
enough.
go when you want to.
No,
This
this is
isn't
concerning.
enough.
It's slightly concerning.
It's okay, ETH. We know you're a little
Go when you
slow.
wanna.
I think ETH has this Biden overhang. Once ETH gets over the Biden overhang, then it can go back up. We tried. We 2,800, 2,900. We were close, but I felt some Biden overhang.
Bro, did you see that Pomp is in talks to lead a public firm seeking 750 million Bitcoin? The last body to lead one of these.
Really?
Beginning of the parabola.
Jesus.
Pomp, please no.
Yeah. No, it's like all these fucking guys. They just ride the fucking wave. He was doing like podcasts and shit and selling mattresses and shit. Like he's just doing the next best thing.
Bro,
the new shiny toy.
You'll think this is funny. Denton, my one buddy, said said Israel won't attack Iran before Monday night. Netanyahu's son is getting married Monday night. Sarah, First Lady, Israel's supreme leader, won't allow it. Enjoy the weekend.
Yeah, that was literally the fake out. They did that on purpose.
That was yesterday.
Dude, we just need them to
They did it on purpose.
Bloodlines. We just need to marry bloodlines, Iran and Israel, and like make them fall in love on purpose.
Yeah, the forbidden love.
Yeah. They run off and do a fucking Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. They get married and fucking hide, and then they come back and they're like, nope, just kidding. We're still royalty. It would stop all of this Middle Eastern feud.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Is anybody going to the ECCs?
I am not, but DK will be at ECC.
The ECCs.
Yeah, I was looking like a while back, and I was already fully booked.
I was kind of considering it.
Dude, I feel like
I'm around. If anybody's around, I'm not going to the conference, but I'll be around the general area.
I'm checking out this Bitcoin One card.
Yeah, you know the thing with this Bitcoin One thing is like, oh, how did you get robbed? Oh, I used my fucking Bitcoin card to fucking pay, and then they learned I was in crypto. Then they followed me home and
Yeah,
fucking
that's the
mugged
thing.
me.
I wouldn't want one with the Genesis block on it. I just want like it to say
Oh,
Amex.
Can you just
Yeah.
use it as a
Like-
use it with Apple Pay or whatever?
Oh,
Can it-
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I would use it as Apple Pay, but like, can I just get one that says Amex?
Yeah,
Can
I don't
just
really use the cards
Amex
anymore themselves.
you could do like a
Platinum?
custom cover for it.
It's pretty
Could I
much a
just
regular
have it-
Amex. Just instead of cashback, you get 4.5% boosted USDC rewards. Okay, then on first 30K, then 4.
So you get treasury yield, yay. Then staking rewards, lame. $120 transaction credit on base. So that's a lifetime of fucking transaction credits on base. That's 10,000 lifetimes. 0 trading fees on $20,000 a month. A spread applies. So there's no fucking trading fees, but you have to cross the spread. Like, I don't know, dude. Just go get a fucking Amex Platinum and shut up. This is fucking stupid.
I have one.
Yeah, me too.
It's the travel one, right?
Yeah, it's the best travel one. And the
I
Brazilian,
think I'm gonna get that.
yeah, the
I
Amex one.
got
the
it. The funny thing is, I got it because I was traveling so much, and then I fucking stopped traveling the year after I got
And
it.
then it's not worth it. It's
Yeah,
not worth
I
it.
need
Not
it.
worth-
I
not
must
fucking worth
have
it for
like.
shit now. It was worth it for the fucking lounges, dude. You can go in any
Yep.
lounge you want.
Yep.
And
Well, now-
Points too. I must have like
and
wasted
yeah, the
like
points were
thousands
nice.
of dollars.
Like I used it for all my flights, and I used it for the lounges, and it was great for that. And then I stopped fucking traveling when we had the littlest cozy.
Yep.
And yeah, now it's a $600 a year fucking piece of metal that just sits in a drawer.
Yep. And it's heavy as fuck. It's actually super annoying. I got another metal card. It's I don't know, Brazilian. It's a Brazilian bank. And it has like all of the American perks for the Amex Platinum, but like globally. Like, I don't know. The Amex Platinum is a lot of American only perks, if that makes sense. Like you get a lot of perks only inside of America, where this is more like a global card and I don't know, access not just to the Amex Lounge, but access to I don't know, Lounge Key, Priority Pass, all of the other ones. Dude, it's like $800 a year unless you spend like I don't know, 10K a month USD or 8K a month USD, and then it's free. I'm like, dude, $800. It's more than the Amex Platinum. It's insane.
There we go. There's some life.
Some juice, pumping up the balloon.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. Fucking crypto's so back. Sol fucking died there, dude, from 170 to 140 in a fucking day. It's pretty nasty work by Wintermute, dude, by those nasty market makers.
Dirty market making cabal.
Down 16% in a day. Dude, it's pretty nasty. It's pretty gross.
How do you say market maker in Portuguese?
Market maker. Market maker. They start making shit up, dude. They start making shit up. It's so fucking stupid.
Market
maker with like a yeah.
That almost sounds German or something.
I know. I was like, that sounds fucking Euro as shit.
I don't know what I gotta think of some other words like hachi doggy. They just like it's a hot dog, dude. It's spelled exactly the same.
Tiki Toki.
Tiki Toki,
Facebook.
Biggie
I
Mackey,
like it. The TikTok.
Mackey Bookie, Facey Bookie. It's spelled exactly the same. Facey Bookie, dude. It's hilarious. Like burgers, Bugaish. You're like, what are you saying? Just say hamburger. They're like, it's a burgers.
They're
You're
saying
like, all right. Yeah, exactly. McDonald's doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I can't really make fun of that kind of stuff because they're just like American like names that are being pronounced with
I.e.
dialect. So
Yeah.
I think
But
those are
my
fine. The funny ones are like tiki-taki and things like
The
that.
best.
Where like you're just adding letters to it just to like sound different.
Yeah. There's this like video of like I don't know where she's from, but a Hispanic lady being like, they explain how to like talk to like the border agents, and you have to like sign that you're like not a terrorist,
Jesus
and they're
Christ.
like, you have to like sign these like ridiculous things, like I've never been supporting any terrorist organization, I never like fucking dealt with a chemical weapon or something, and
Jesus.
they're like saying it to her and she doesn't get it. She's like, what, terrorist, what?
Oh,
And
God.
she's like, oh, terroristo. So terrorist is just no idea what that means, but terroristo.
You know,
She's
it's
like,
the
no, fuck no, hell no.
it's
I
the
previously got it.
exact same thing in Japan. If they don't understand you, just say it with like a Japangrish accent, and they'll get it instantly.
A
Is
burgero.
that what you found in your experience?
Macdonado. It's true. It
Cool.
works.
Yeah, it works. It works. Follow me for more tips, more travel tips. So we're so back, dude. We're 3K off the lows. War was a mistake. War is bullish.
Yeah, look at this, dude.
I mean, ETH is still down, but
we're
it's
going
up.
to retrace the dump.
Keep it pushing. We're back. What's the Arthur Hayes? You sold the bottom. What are you, retarded? You know?
I gotta bounce in a bit.
Later, pimps. I'm gonna
Yep.
go bike.
Later, pimps.
Peace.
All right, peace.
See you Monday.
Enjoy the weekend.